Hi, my name is Kipton Courier. Welcome to the world of beauty and magic, where we meet really fascinating people and the beautiful places and things they bring to life in this world. Sometimes we go meet people in person, and sometimes on this channel, we meet people through their books or through their work. And today I'm really excited to introduce you to Corey Damen Jenkins. And this is Corey's book. This is Design Reimagined. I always take, don't tell anyone. I mean, it doesn't matter. I always take the dust covers off of books. I just really, and this is a peacock. I mean, it doesn't get prettier than this. And so I don't know what the actual cover looks like at this point. But it's well marked and well loved. And I can't wait to introduce you to Corey. I got to meet him. He actually signed this book for me when I was at High Point Market in North Carolina. And it's funny. So Martin Montgomery is our filmmaker and he's helping us today. And he said, High Point seems so mysterious. What is it? And I thought so too. And so it's the largest furniture market, I believe, in the world. And they do it once in the fall and once in the spring. And there's a lot of depth to it. So designers come in, architects come in, shoppers come in, but it's really closed to the trade. And so a regular shopper just can't come in and shop, which makes it feel, super top secret in a way. But I got to go in because of my work with East Coast Expositions and kind of moving my career more into design and events and antiques, which has been a lot of fun, and art too. And so I met Corey Damen Jenkins at High Point. He had a book signing for his new book, Design Reimagined, and he could not have been sweeter, kinder, and gosh, he is sharp, and he is so talented. I really enjoyed getting to know him through his work in this book. He was new to me until recently. I think all the interior designers are big fans of Corey's. He has clients all over the world. I recently saw a picture on Instagram. He was talking to someone, one of his clients in their Paris apartment. I mean, it's just really special. And so, what I think is really special about Corey is his hustle and determination. And so, he was in Detroit, Michigan during, I should say, the Great Recession, which was a nightmare for people of our age. I don't know how old Corey is, but I make up we're similar in age, maybe. And it was a really challenging time. And he wanted to become an interior designer at probably the hardest time in our lives. And he went and knocked on doors. He went and knocked on 779 doors before he got his first client. And I just think about, gosh, the determination, the passion, the purpose. And what was uncovered was this beautiful talent, which I'm going to show you today. So we're going to go through Corey's book. I can't wait to share this with you. Just even opening up to the first page, the incorporation of antiquities and antiques to really make things special, Corey has just nailed. And so I'd love to bring you along the way. And Corey signed this to me for the love of all things beautiful and elegant and joy. And so I did tell Corey the first time I read this book, I cried. Sometimes I cry when I see really beautiful things. I don't know if I'm going to do it today. I'm going to try not to. And so we're jumping right in. He had a client who redid an apartment in Manhattan. And if I remember the story correctly, I read this in the fall and then I read it recently again, but this is going to be fresh to me today. The client was moving to Manhattan, similar to Corey. So Corey had moved permanently from Detroit. I think he was trying the back and forth to Manhattan. And this woman was moving, I believe she had children and was moving to Manhattan as well and wanted a fresh take and maybe a fresh start. And I know that as someone who lived in Manhattan in their 20s, it can be intimidating to first kind of get in. And I think he really helped her. And so this bedroom, it's just stunning. I mean, it's special. I was in real estate in New York City in my 20s, and to get this kind of view is not easy or inexpensive. And Corey just did a beautiful job because your eyes are immediately, soothed by the room and taken outside. The chandelier is just gorgeous. The wallpaper, Oh, it's a really beautiful space. And I'm new to all of this and I feel like I should know this wallpaper, but I don't. And so I'm not gonna I'm not gonna slip on that and say the wrong kind because I think if anyone that knows design is watching that will call me out on it. But tell me if you know what it is. Oh, then we move into a really, really beautiful space. And so if I had a dream closet, I think this might be my dream closet. And Corey really knocked himself out. I mean, the color, I don't, it's more of like a blush. And then, oh gosh, I think that's a marble top. The, it's stunning. I love the carpet. I love, everything displayed. The Chanel bags look great. And the lighting, and she still has some light coming in. It's just a really beautiful and special space. I always love a bathtub. I'm always, when I'm looking at houses online, which is, a hobby. I don't know if y'all look on houses online as a hobby as well. I'm always looking for the bathtub, to see if I'm in this imaginary place I'm moving, if I need to put in a bathtub or not. But this one's really gorgeous and a lot of fun. Now I'm trying to remember which house this is in, and I can't quite remember it, but I did remember this kitchen. And so I love how casual this kitchen is. I love the bamboo chairs that look so comfy, with this table. And the kitchen just it feels comfortable. It's done though. It's completely 100% done. It doesn't feel stuffy. It feels approachable. It's the breakfast area, and I feel like I want to go have breakfast there and join this whoever this family is that did a really beautiful job. Wow, Corey is just really special. Okay, now we're getting to my favorite part. And so I'm gonna go ahead and read this to y'all. I don't want to read you the whole book, but I'll read you some important parts. And this is we're getting ready to hit my favorite room. And so, an elegant domain. For this stately circa 1930s manse, the homeowners, a couple well known for their hosting, entrusted us with the gut renovation and design of their upper floors. We have been commissioned to refresh a number of the home's luxuriously grand ground floor entertaining spaces, and we're now tasked with creating a more private, personal experience, specifically for the family and special visitors. The private rooms begin at the second story hall, which can double as a cozy setting for a casual breakfast or an intimate late night supper. Poised between staircases at either end, the space houses a small octagonal table and a quartet of beautiful French antique French chairs. The style here gives a glimpse of themes that continue to play out in the rooms beyond. Paneling and moldings were painted a lovely almond hue. We commissioned a husband-wife team of artists to first glaze the walls for added depth and richness, and then stencil a subtle harlequin pattern. I'm going to have to Google harlequin pattern. I have no idea what that is. Based on one of my sketches, a different pattern of linked circles and vines was brushed onto the periphery of the wood floor, executed entirely in colors drawn from the board's grain, so it almost appears to be carved. Wow. Many elements of this in this home are unapologetically classic. It's full of gorgeous antiques, busts, columns, and the like, but every now and then little hints of modernity, like the double sconce here, pull this historic mansion forward into the 20th century. And so I can't wait to show you all this. This is not my favorite room yet, but it's really stunning and beautiful. Gosh, I mean, what a fun job Corey has, and he executes it so well. And so I would say this is a modern traditional look, and it's what a lot of us are after. For a long time, not for a long time, there were almost two camps, like people that were really into antiques and they did everything antique. And then there was kind of this swing and everything was modern, everything was new. And I would say we're moving into a modern traditional take where we're blending new, we're blending old, we're moving into more of a collected look. And I'm here for it because it's sustainable. It's great for the environment. It's unique. There are these jewelry dealers in Paris I bought my favorite bracelet from, and their tagline is "Be unique, buy antique." And so when you are buying antiques, it's not like you're going to, and I won't name big box stores, but you're not going to a big box store where thousands and thousands of similar items have been made. You're buying some things, sometimes they're one of a kind, one of a few, and special. And so, what I love about this room, I love this bust on this column. A little Easter egg here, the lion heads on this chair. I just adore. And we talk about patina sometimes in these videos. And so, this chair has patina. These people probably, I make up that, money was no object, but even, very wealthy people have budgets. They could have, lacquered the chair, painted it, refinished it, whatever they wanted, but they chose to live with the patina and the wear, which is so gorgeous. And then, I mean, this is just a really beautiful entry into the private area of their home. And this is from a different perspective. And here we can see, the urns with the ram's head, this urn with lions. I love lions. I love them. I love them in everything. Some really beautiful art. And I think this is the table that Corey referenced could be kind of a breakfast area, and some space for guests to use. Oh, the mirrors here and the architectural detail, and look at that, the molding up top and this beautiful staircase that they moved. I think this might be it. No, we're not there yet. We're almost there. Here it is. And so when I first saw this bedroom, I cried like a baby. Because it's so beautiful. And it's a guest bedroom. It's not even the primary bedroom. It's a guest bedroom. And just, I would feel like a very special princess to go stay in this room, even for one day. I love everything about it. I love the canopy bed. I love the thoughtfulness. It feels welcoming. It feels lived in already. This beautiful, beautiful painting, the marble fireplace, the antiques, the wallpaper is just incredible. And I'm a fan of, I'm sure there's a particular color for this, but I refer to it more as a celadon. It's a blue green. The carpet's gorgeous. The chair is just, it's welcoming, and it just looks like a slice of heaven. And so I love this room. It's probably my favorite room of any book. So I'm so excited to get to share it with you on YouTube. Who knew? It's so random. And so here we are in the bedside table again, and those pillows. I mean, everything is so thoughtful. Corey Damen Jenkins is a genius. And he has a wonderful team. I met his team too, and they're just very positive, happy people, and you could tell they really enjoyed working together. He's created a very special company and a very special environment. Here we are again looking at this painting, so I'm going to read it because I love it. A dreamy paradise of soft blues and greens greets guests who are lucky enough to stay in this room. Some of its furnishings, such as a canopied bed and a spectacular bone inlay secretary, are extremely elegant. Others, such as the wicker wrap nightstands, are more playful. I would absolutely call that nightstand playful. I didn't know a nightstand could be playful, but it is. A scenic mural creates a rich backdrop for the trio, a portrait done by Ivan G. Olinsky circa 1917. So it's an antique, because antiques, if you're learning, are older than 100 years old. If something's less than 100 years old and older than 20 years, it's considered vintage. And so this is an antique painting. It looks like an oil on canvas to me, and it is just so beautiful. I love everything about it. I love those, antique pedestals, it's just the whole thing. It's really special. Oh, and then, the first picture didn't even show the whole thing. So then you have a really nice sitting area, a super comfortable chair, perfect for, ending the evening if you're staying with friends. And I oftentimes use chairs in bedrooms to throw clothes on. I don't know if I'd throw clothes onto this, though. I feel like it's a little too fancy, but maybe, I don't think they would care. I think it's okay. I think you could throw clothes onto it. Also, I love... I love this clock. It's so pretty. And then here is the inlaid secretary with this beautiful, I don't think the mirror and the secretary probably came together, but they look like they were made for each other. They just do. And this beautiful seat, and then you reflect the trio behind it. It's just, it's a really, really special place. There's more of the secretary, and it's really special. I think what makes, I love artisan made goods, and the time that it took to make this, you have to really think, who did they make this for? Because if this is, a secretary made 200 years ago, who could afford something like this? And oftentimes when you find antiques like this, they were made for royalty, and they end up in museums because they're so few and far between. But this one's beautiful. It has flowers and it has leaves. It's a stunning example of an antique. And next, we're going to a really special bathroom. And so in the attached ensuite bath, our firm designed some ambitious interior architectural details, multiple bands of millwork, a timbre frieze. I have no idea what that is. I will Google it. Maybe. Rectangular panel moldings, a chair rail, and wainscoting with a raised oval motif form a complex backdrop. The room is further established with insets of glass tile mosaics handmade by artists in Zambia. The soaking tub sits on custom polished nickel feet. And so not only do you get this beautiful guest bedroom, you get a bathtub and a guest room, which is, heaven on earth for me. And so what a special, special place, and this beautiful vanity. I don't know who you are, whose room this is, but I would welcome being your guest. I don't know if that's overstepping, but or even just seeing it in person would be really nice. It's really stunning. And then we're going to end. Okay. So Corey does not disclose who his clients are. And, if I had a really beautiful house in a magazine or a book, I probably wouldn't disclose who I was either. Even though I'm on YouTube, I think I would like to keep my private life private. I don't know. We'll see. But this bathroom. And so this is the primary. No, this isn't even the primary bath. This is the wife's personal bathroom. This is her primary bathroom. And it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen too. So plaster branches encrust the ceiling of the wife's private bath. 3 different types of stone ornament the space, including an inlaid honeycomb rug. The arched mirror above the tub is framed in hand-painted iglomise. I don't know what that is. And we designed Moroccan-themed shutters for the windows, lining them with linen for privacy. Oh, everything about it's so pretty. And this is the beautiful chair. And so I have a Marin Montague episode on this YouTube channel. If you want to see it, please subscribe, please like, please comment, because I would like to keep making these. I think they're a lot of fun. And in the Marin Montague, I was talking about the chairs and going to the Dolce & Gabbana exhibit in Miami. And this is what the chair looks like. This looks a lot like the Dolce & Gabbana chair. Of course, different color, but it had nice rounded back. Really gorgeous and intricate. So I am seeking, if you're an antique dealer watching this, and I would like some new chairs. I reached out to a few of my antique dealer friends, and no one seems to have something like it right now, but you never know. I love this bathtub. I mean, that just looks like heaven on earth. And like he said, the work and the ceiling and the light, and it all works, and it's all beautiful. So I really thank you for spending time with me today. Again, my name is Kipton Courier. This is the world of beauty and magic, where we hope everyone can look for the beauty and keep the magic in their hearts. And I really, loved introducing you to Corey Damen Jenkins. He's a very talented interior designer. Please find him on Instagram, buy his book, Design Reimagined, and he's just an absolute star. So thank you, and until I see you again.